This voice AI agent
Hi, welcome to Zen Touch Massage and Spa. I'm here to help you book your perfect relaxation session.
could make any business $100,000 extra per year. Just call this number. The AI agent answers instantly,
Welcome to Zen Touch Massage and
gets you to choose a service,
Mind if I ask you a few quick questions to find the right service for you?
finds available times,
I found the first 5 available slots for the deep tissue massage. June 16 at 9 a.m. and June 16 at 1 p.m.
and books the appointment.
Okay, so that's June 16, 2025 at 9 a.m.
Yes.
Just wait a sec. Your deep massage appointment is booked for June 16, 2025 at 9 a.m. We look forward to seeing you then.
For 1/10 the cost of a human receptionist. That's why by next year, every business will have this AI voice agent. If you don't, you fall behind or miss out on lots of money. Today, I'll show you step by step how to build this AI voice agent before everyone else does. Even if you've never built something like that before. If you want to skip the setup and get this voice AI agent running instantly, you can grab my pre-built template. It's available inside the AI automations and agents template subscriptions, where you'll find a growing library of ready-to-use AI agents and automations. Stick around till the end, because I'll also show you exactly how much this AI voice agent costs you to run. Even if you're not on your computer right now, make sure to watch the entire video, because this is your chance to build voice AI agents before everyone else learns how.
You can get access to this document that contains all the resources and prompts we will be using throughout this video.
You just click on the first link below this video. Then you just enter your name and your best email. Check this box, click on get access. Then you will be presented with a special offer to get that growing library of AI agents and automations for a discount while your setup resources were sent to your inbox. It could take a few minutes for the email to appear. Now make sure to also check your promotions tab or spam folder. Then drag it to primary, click on yes to receive future messages, and then you can open that, and here you find your download resources with the setup document and all other resources for any other video I ever published. And there you just go to the corresponding video and then click on that, and then here is your document.
The first step we need to do with our voice agent is to go to a platform called ElevenLabs. This is where we will set up the core voice functionality. And here you can sign up for a free account. You also will get some credits. Then I click here on go to app. On the left side, I go to conversational AI, and here I go to agents. There we click on new agent. We will give it a name. I will just call it Demo 13.6 voice agent booking. We click on blank template, create agent. Now here we can select the language of our agent that it should communicate in. We skip right away to the first message. I go to my document here because I've already created this for me. Now in this scenario, I will create a voice agent that will act as a receptionist for a massage therapy center and helps customers book massage appointments. So this is the first message. So when someone calls the voice agent, this is what it will reply first. So you can set this to whatever you want. Next comes the key part. This is the system prompt. This is the instructions, like what is the task of the voice agent? What is its context, its scenario, and what should it go through with any customer to book the appointment, right? What are the specific questions it asks? And I've already worked this out. So here is my voice agent system prompt. It's fairly long, but it's also proven to work really well for the specific use case. So I will just briefly go over it so you understand what the structure is that works. Here we have a message that is a rule that is really important. Appointments can only be booked after collecting customer name and service preference. Then we have identity. Then we have the context, like what is my business like, right? The opening hours, the services we offer. Now here we have a few numbers here already set, and I will come to that throughout the video, because I will show you how you can set this. And here we have the role. Like how should it act? How should it speak? And then comes the conversation flow. So after the first message, what happens next? Like it goes through the service offerings. Then it asks, okay, what do you want to book? Do you want a therapist, or any specific therapist, then it's at your first visit. So you can customize this as you want. And then it will ask for contact details, just basically your name in this case. And then once this is confirmed, it will go towards the booking and use certain tools for the booking process to book the appointments, to check the available times. And this we will set up also throughout the video. And then we have rules of what it should do, what it should not do or never do. And once this is set, we click on save for now. And now we have here at the bottom, now we have temperature. I've really set this to 0. You need to explore this. This is just a way to adjust how the voice agent speaks to you. Token limit usage, I will keep this to -1. You could upload additional knowledge base like documents, frequent questions and answers. So the AI agent can respond appropriately to that. I don't want this. Now here, end call. Well, I will expect the user to enter call, so I will not really need this. Now here I will add tools. I need 2 tools to add. One to check my appointment times, to the available times, and one to book the appointment. And the tools will be set up in the next step. For now, let's just continue to the bottom here. You see, okay, I've already connected something here. And what I've connected is a phone number. So I can actually call this voice agent via a phone number. So what I will first do is to connect a phone number. And to do this, I need to go to my links here. Let's go to the top. Here, where do we have it? We need a platform called Twilio. Twilio is a provider that allows you to manage different communication channels at scale. You can get started for free, and then you even get a few credits on your account. Next, I will go to phone numbers. I go to manage, and here in active numbers, usually on a trial account, you may have a test number. And so in the active test number, you see, you need to go to click on release phone number, because on your trial account, you can only have one active phone number. So you click on release. I'm not doing this now because I've already purchased this number. And once you've released this, you go back to buy a number. And here you can buy a number. So any number you want. So here you would type in your country. So I typed in Germany in my case. And then I can type in, okay, what is the area code? For example, 8034. And then it will give me numbers available in a town or where I have registered my business, basically. And then I click on buy phone number. Now it will cost you $1.15. And then I click on next. And then I need to select, okay, business. And then I need to assign an approved bundle. Now here you need to complete some verification process. Now it actually is not that complicated, but if you really want to use it, they just want to avoid that as anyone that is not a legit business is using their service. So here you need to create a regulatory bundle. Here I select this, and I select this. So I already completed this, so I will not do this again, but will just show you what is required for you to get this approved, so you can actually get your number. Here I will type in just my business name, basically just my personal name. Click on continue. And then here my business country. I need to select this. Click continue. Then I need to type in my address. Then continue. Now here comes the part where you can only use this account here if you have like a business that it's registered. So in my case, I have to select this, but here I didn't really have the commercial register because for my type of business, that's not required. So what I just uploaded is my ID, so my passport ID, or screenshots of my back and front of my passport uploaded. And here I need to have a trade license. This is what I have from a registered business. Upload the screenshot, click continue. And once this is complete, it will start a verification process that can take a few hours, and then it is approved. So, and then when you have your bundle approved, basically see here, this is approved, then you can actually continue with purchasing your number. So here I can click on that. And then here I would need to assign my address to it. And then I click on buy, and then it will work. But it will only work if the area code of my number is specific to my town. And otherwise you will get an error. So that is the process you need to go through. And then you can go back to active numbers. Now to connect a phone number, let's go back in here. I click on the phone numbers here, and now I click on import number from Twilio. Now here I will just give it a name, local number 1. And now here I select my country. Germany. Then I need to grab the phone number without the country code. So country code for Germany is 49. I only copy the letter part. Then I need my Twilio account SID. I get this from going to admin, account management. Here you see there's my account SID. I can go in there, copy that. Now here I need Twilio authentication token. You get this here from API keys and tokens. Then I click on primary token. I copy this. I paste this in here and then I click on import. Now I can connect it to my AI agent. I just select my voice agent that I have just created. Now it's saved. And it looks like it's connected. So I can now go back here to my agents. Here. And then it shows it's connected to this number. Now I can do a test call.
Hi, welcome to Zen Touch Massage and Spa. I'm here to help you book your perfect relaxation session. Mind if I ask you a few quick questions to find the right service for you?
Yes, okay.
Great. Which massage service interests you today?
You see, and there it's already working. So now you see, you heard it, it was a male voice and you can change the voice by going to voice. And here you can select like different voices, right? Could also select this one. And that's it. Click on save and then the voice is changed. And with that, we have set up our first part. So this is basically our voice agent workflow is set up. The only thing we need to add now is the features to book appointments and get available times from our calendars. And that's where we switch to a different platform called n8n, where we can set up automated workflows and connect it to our voice agent. So basically we can then give it access to the tools we are building or to the automations we are building. So the voice agent can execute our other automations that check and book appointments. So here we click on sign in. You can sign in for free trial if you don't already have an account. Then you will see this dashboard in n8n. It could be empty if you don't have any automations built yet. Here you just click on create workflow and then we can start connecting different tools together. And I've already prepared something for you because we're building these two blocks. So one workflow or automated system for qualification and appointment selection and one for creating the booking. And all of that will be connected to our voice agent. And so let's go in here. Now the first thing I need here, we will start with the first part, which is just to get the available times. And here what we need to do, we need to add a node that is a webhook call. So that's a webhook, is just a way to connect different tools with each other. And now here we need to use post as a method and as a respond node, we need to using respond webhook node. And then we drag this in here and then we will also add another node. Node is basically what they call these modules. I will add another webhook that respond to webhook and it will use all incoming items. And this now comes on here. And in between, we will build out the workflow and the center piece of it is another AI agent module. So we click on AI agent, and then it will add this for us. So this module here, and this will be connected here. And now this is also like a toolbox for AI use cases. So here we can first need to add a chat model. That's basically the brain that makes this AI agent an AI with AI capabilities. Now here you need to connect your OpenAI account. So you can click on create new credential here. I go back to my links. You go to platform.openai.com. You can sign in for an account using the same login details that you use for ChatGPT. Then you go here to settings. Then you go to API keys. Click on create a new secret key. Just give it a name. Doesn't really matter what the name is. Select default project, create secret key, copy the key, go back here, paste it in here, click on save. Now you may need to add a few credits here under billing so you can use it, but you will get a full cost breakdown at the end of this video. And using OpenAI in this case is very cheap, costs just a few cents per booked call. So here we select any model we want. Important is the model needs to have what they call an AI agent like ability. Most of these have them. I have the best experience with GPT-4o in this case. So, but you could test out different models if you want. Now we will add a memory here, so they can remember parts of the conversation here, which is just a simple memory here. And context window length it doesn't really matter because the conversations is not that long. Now here, then we need to add something. This will be the key. This is the identifier, like, so it knows, okay, what is the reference? Like in this case, we just use the phone number as an ID, which we will add later in the next step. And then comes, what's important is the tool. So here we need to add a few different tools. So what do we need for our booking appointment workflow, right? We need a database where we can store all the people that have booked appointments with us according with the dates, the phone number, the name, and so on, and the type of service they have booked. And we also want a tool that allows us to actually check our calendar and available times. So these two tools we will add now. First, we will just add the database. And the database is going to be a tool called Supabase. It's a database tool and that we can use for free. So just click on sign in for free. Then you click on dashboard. Then you may need to create a new organization. And then you can continue. Then you may need to create a new project. So we'll create this here. Organization, the project name. In this case, it's just US agent, a region, and create a new project, or like let's just auto-generate a password, create project. And now we have this project here. We go to table, create a new table. Now what is the table name? This is just my appointment voice agent. It doesn't really matter what the name is. And then we will create the tables for us, but first let's, now we can create a table. So what do we need? We want to have the name of the person, right? So that's here we need to select the type of the value. It's going to be text. Then we want the phone number. Now we also select type as text, as a string. Next, we want a summary of the conversation. So we want to know, okay, what was the conversation about? Any questions the person had? And all of this information will be generated by our AI agent. Click on save. Let's continue here. Then we want to, have the event name or a service name, like what service did the person book? Click here, select text as well. What we need next is also something called event ID. This is important for our calendar tool, which we will set up also in the next step. For now, let's just name it here, event ID, and this is text, save it. Then we want to mention or make clear, okay, just booked. And here we will mark if the person has booked the appointment as a yes. And finally, we have the appointment date. Appointment date as a text, click save. And that's it. Now we can go back to our workflow. And now we can connect this database. And in this first, we just search for Supabase tool. And here you need to connect your Supabase account. Click on create new credentials. You need to put in your host and service role secret. So here you need to go to project settings, go to data API. Now this is your host. And then the service role secret. This is found under API keys here, service role secret. You need to click on reveal, copy, paste this in here and click on save. And then it's connected. And now row is the resource operations create. Now we can search for the table name. So if I go to the table editor again, you see appointment voice agent. That's the name of it, right? Now I need to define what fields should be sent, basically stored in my database. So the first value we want to save is the phone number. And the magic button just makes it easier because the AI agent will write the phone number automatically in there. And next comes the name. Also, this is just the name of the user. I could even specify it, the name of the user. Next, we have summary. We also leave this as it is. We don't need a description here because this will be generated by our voice agent. Then we have event name. This is just the name of the event or service the user wants. And then we have event ID, the ID of the event service the user wants. And that's it for that. And so this is good now. And now what we also want to add is another tool. So we will actually rename this to capture leads. And then we will also want to add another tool like that. So basically each tool can perform one operation. This can insert information into our table, into our database, and this can read information from our table. Because we want to check if the user had already an appointment booked, right? So there's no double bookings. This is just read leads. Now here we need to change the operation from create to get many. And here we want to click return all. And that's it for now here. And now we have the database. And the next tool we need is to add a tool to actually check the available times in our calendar for those different services, right? And we will use another tool here. Let's first go back to my sheet, because this is a tool called cal.com, which allows you to manage appointments. And you can sign up for free account. It's free to use. Now in this tool, you have lots of different settings, but the only relevant settings are here your available times. So here you can set, okay, what are the opening hours of your local business? When do you offer your services? So you will set this here. So you click on that or create a new working hour schedule, and then you can set your times for each specific day. And this will be then associated with your different service offerings or appointment types. So here now, you see I've already created 3 of these massage types, but I will create a 4th one just to show you how it is done, how you can do this. So you would need to create all the different events that you have or all the appointment services. And then I could say here, this is a deep massage. Here you set the duration, that's also important. Let's say this is 90 minutes. And then click on continue. Now we're not finished yet. So this is here, you can also set availability for specific event types differently, but I have the same here. You can leave it as it is. Now what's important is event ID. So this is the number here at the top. So whenever I create a new event, I need to copy that, and then I need to go back to my voice agent. And here under agent, system prompt, I need to go in there, because here you see there are the event IDs. So here I need to add a new, let's actually just copy that here. So we have deep massage. Specify the specific time frame. I can even give it a monetary value, so I can inform the person is calling how much this would cost. And then I need to grab this number and place it here as under event ID. So now, and you see I have this at several spots here. So to really make sure it gets the event ID right, because this is really crucial. So deep massage here, 90 minutes. Then comes event ID. This is this one for that. Let's see, do we have it anywhere else? Yes, here I need to add it again. So add the 4th massage type, deep massage. So you can basically replace all of these with your events and with your events IDs that you create. So for everyone, you create a new event here under event types, and then get the event ID and put it in here. Do we have it anywhere else? Let's see. No, that's it. Let's go to the bottom. We need to click on save. And that's it for now. So now we will go in there and we will connect this calendar tool to this agent. So we click on this. Now we don't have a direct integration like with Supabase. We could add it directly here, but here we don't. So, and then we always use the HTTP request tool. So here we need to first, let's rename this to get availability. Then we can describe to our AI agent, okay, what is this tools? What can it do? And how should it use it? I've already defined this here. under this description, now here actually, it's here, get availability tool description. We grab this, just paste it in here. So I just want to make sure it uses the proper time zone formatting that is required by this calendar booking tool. This is set to get. And then here we have this URL. Then we need to switch on send query parameters. The first one is event ID. And here the value will be defined here by that. I will add a description. So the AI agent will know what to write in there. This is the event ID of the person. Then we need 2 more parameters. So where we tell it basically, okay, the start time, it now searches for a range. So between a time frame, it looks for available times. So here also defined by the model, add a description. This is the start date range in this specific format. And here, this is the end time. And this description here, actually not here. First, click on the magic button and it must be in the description. And then we need to click on send headers. So here we have headers. The first header is called authorization. And here comes the API key from our calendar tool. And here we go to this part here, settings, API keys. We click on add a key. Just give it a name here. Click on never expires. Click on save. Copy the key. Go back and replace only this part. So bearer, this word must stay the same. Click on add parameter. Now here we have content type. Put it in here. Application and JSON. And that's it. So let's go back. Click save. Now we're not done yet. We have one more step to do, which is very crucial. We need to go into our AI agent here. And there we need to click on define below. So this is first the prompt user message. And there we just tell it, okay, what should it do? So, and it should only do always one thing, which is to find the next available time slot for the user. And now we need to go to options and click on system message. So this is similar to our voice agent system message. So where we will tell the AI agent, okay, what should it do, right? So in this case, it should just book or check available times and using the tools we have added, right, to store information and to check the time. So this is our system message. Already prepared this. So let's make this larger. I walk you through it quickly, how it works. So we also have identity. You are an assistant who finds available times to book appointments. So find available times, then I walk you through a step. What's the first step? Save the lead information. Now this information comes from our voice agent. So our voice agent transmits this, and we will set this up now because here we need to go to tools, click on add tool, custom tool. And this is where we add this in the next step. And then it just gets this information and saves this information to our database, like in Supabase. This is the instruction. Number 2, once this information is saved, it goes to find available time slots using the get availability tool, right? We have connected to our cal.com. Here, as you see that's this tool we should use. And then here we can define how long it should look. Like here in this case, looks in the next 30 days from now. It looks for available times. You can change this in any way you want, right? Then we have time zone conversion rules. Now here you need to change your specific time zones, right? And conversion rules specific to your time zone location. So you need to bring your location here. We have specific time zone at several places. So for me, it's Berlin time, Berlin time, Berlin time. So you would may need to ask ChatGPT to help you with it if you don't know exactly what is the time zone conversion. So this is basically UTC format, and this is my local time zone. That's 2 hours plus, basically. And once you've changed your locations and time zones, then you can basically leave it as it is. Let's go back. Let's click on save. Next, we need to connect this as a tool to our voice agent. So we go to the tool section, click on add tools, click on custom tools, give this a name. This is the name of the tool. So I've defined this already in my voice agent system instructions called get availability. The description, get available times for a company that offers appointments, right? This is just so the agent knows what we want, and this should be post. Then here we put in our webhook URL. We will first grab the test URL. This is for testing. And once we see it works, we will switch to production and copy that and paste it in here. But for now, we will grab this only. Go back here, paste it in here. This is the response timer. How long does a voice agent wait before it recognizes there was an error? So I will switch this to 70 seconds. Sometimes it can take a little bit longer before this is processed, before the available times are there and the booking is processed, which we'll set up in the next step. That's why we set this up to high enough. So now we need to have body parameters. This is basically just find available times for appointments and use all relevant info collected from the conversation. Add properties. So what do we want? The first thing we want is phone number. And this is a dynamic variable because it comes directly from the system. Caller ID, that's the phone number. It comes from the voice agent. So here, the next thing we need the name. And here we can describe it. This is the name of the user. Next we have event ID. No space should be used in the identifier. So make sure the ID of the event / service the user has chosen. We copy that because we need this in the next step. So because here we have event name. This is just the name of the event. And finally, we also need summary, the detailed summary of all relevant information about the user and his chosen appointment, chosen service. I think that's it. Let's check. So this is basically information we need: name, phone number, summary, event name, event ID. Okay, that's it. Let's go back here, and that is all. Click on add tool. Click on save. And now we have added the tool here. So now our voice agent can access this and it can send information here, and then it will be processed and can receive a response back. So what we need to do next, we need to test this workflow because there may be still a few things we may need to set up. So it may not work at the first try to get available times, but that's good. So, and to do this, you need to click on execute workflow. Then this is in test mode. And then it is listening. So it's listening for a response from our voice agent. So what I now do, I will call the voice agent and run through this process.
Hi, welcome to Zen Touch Massage and Spa. I'm here to help you book your perfect relaxation session. Mind if I ask you a few quick questions to find the right service for you?
Okay.
Great. First, which massage service interests you today?
What do you have?
We offer 4 wonderful options. Quick massage, 15 minutes for $35. Perfect for quick pain relief. Express release massage, 30 minutes for $65. Perfect for busy schedules. Relaxation. Massage, 45 minutes for $85. Our most popular choice? Deep massage, 90 minutes for $120. Our most popular choice. Which sounds right for you?
Relaxation massage.
Okay, great choice. Have a preferred therapist, or would you like our next available?
Next available.
Got it. Is this your first visit to Zen Touch?
Yes.
Wonderful. As a first-time guest, you'll receive 15% off. Also, please arrive 15 minutes early for a brief consultation. Perfect. To secure your relaxation massage appointment, I'll need your name.
Andreas.
Okay, is that Andreas? Is that correct?
Yes.
Thanks. Would you like to book your relaxation massage appointment now?
Yes.
Great, just wait a sec.
Okay, so it has closed the call for some reason. So it looks like there was an error, and it's okay because there are a few things I have. So even though it looks green all, there's some issues I need to match first. I need to go to my agent. I need to go in here, and you see here the phone number is red. And so I need to go in there and map it correctly. So I need every field that is red. It could happen because you have different namings or whatever, right? You need to delete those so that all are green. So here, this is again the number, right? So for example, if this event ID would also be red, I need to go in here. Where's the event ID here? And I need to get it. And only once all are green here, you can continue. And now let's go back here. And we also need to go to simple memory. Go to mapping here, and as a key, I need to put in the phone number. So drag the number in here, go back, and now it has already captured the lead. So you see, can we check, did it write it in the right columns? Yes, it did, but it saved the name wrong. So phone number and name didn't really save this correct. So I would need to check this, delete this. So I need to go in here, capture leads. We have, was it specified? Yes, the phone number. I could even say, hey, this is the phone number of the user. This is the name and the summary. So, okay, here's a mistake, right? So it needs to be, this must be here, the ID of the event the user wants. And that should be it. Now with that, I will do another test. So I will click on execute workflow. Sometimes you have to trigger it again if the voice call takes longer, as you have seen in the video. And then I will just check, okay, can it get the correct available times? Before I do this, I would open the service. So I go in here, I have selected relaxation massage, click on preview, because here I can check, okay, these are the available times, the AI agent to tell me, because this is available for this specific service.
Would you like to book your relaxation massage appointment now?
Yes.
Perfect. Just wait a sec. Here are the next available.
The call has abruptly ended even before it could respond, so I need to actually go to advanced, and here we have the timeout. This is -1, so, and also this should be -1, so it will never automatically end the call. And here the maximal conversation duration, I will just make sure it's like, could be 5 minutes, right? Or it's like in this case 10 minutes. And let's click save. This should fix the issue, so I will try and call it again. Click on execute workflow before it asks me if I want to book the appointment.
Would you like to book your relaxation massage appointment now?
Yes.
Great, just wait a sec. Here are the next available time slots for the relaxation massage in Berlin time. 1. June 13th, 2025 at 1 p.m. 2. June 13th, 2025 at 1:45 p.m. 3. June 13th, 2025 at 6 p.m. 4. June 16th, 2025 at 9 a.m. 5. June 16th, 2025 at 9:45 a.m. Please let me know which one you'd like to book. So in this case, I'm not continuing with the booking process because I haven't set it up yet. It only was for me to check, can it get me the available times? And yes, it was correct. So with that, we can complete this. So this is working. This is complete. I will check again in my database. Here, the event ID is correct. The summary is correct. Phone number is correct. The name is correct. So with that, I can continue with the process. And now the first step before we continue is we want to switch to production URL of this first workflow we have built. And then we want to go to our AI agent sections, to tools, where we have our availability tool. And there we want to, in the webhook, we want to paste this production webhook in here. Click Save Changes, click Save. And with that, this webhook, this workflow is complete. Now, we will build this here, right, normally, but there are some issues because when we click on test workflow, there could be conflicts with those two webhooks in one place. So it's not an issue once it's production ready, but for the testing process, it is. And that's why we will just build this in a different workspace, and then just once it's finished and tested, we will paste it back in here. So let's just go to a different workspace, click on create workflow. So I could actually also copy that, paste this in here, and then build this here. So the first thing I need is add a node. Here we also need a webhook. On the webhook call, this one, now we need to switch this also to post and respond to webhook node, and we will add this right away. So click on plus,
Let's search for webhook, respond to webhook, all incoming items. Let's move this over here, click save. Now the first step what we want is create a booking, right? But first we need to get all the variables we need. So we need to get all the values from the database into this workflow so we can process the booking. So we need the name, the phone number, and the event type, what the service they want to book. So we click on here, then we search for Supabase. Now in this case, we don't set up an AI agent node like this because we don't need this. We can just set up like a workflow. Here we need to get many rows. So this is the same Supabase account. We already connected this. Here the operation is get many. And this is the table name. This is also the same. We want to have return all. Then we want to have a filter. So the first is basically we want to filter only the person that is already in our database, but that hasn't booked the call yet. So the field value is the phone number. So this must be equal. And we will send this also through a second tool we will add in our agent work in our voice agent. So we need to click add a tool, custom tool. Now we will configure this webhook, right? But I will just finish this for now. So I will just go in here because here already have the phone number value and we'll use the same variable for now. So this is here my phone number. I go back in here and I paste this in here, switch it to expressions. And then I also want to have a condition that booked is not equal to yes. So it hasn't booked a call yet. I only want to have this entry where the person hasn't booked a call yet. And that's it for now. And with that, I will go straight away back now. First, let's rename this to get contact. Then here, let's go back to the agent. Now we have this tool, complete booking. This is just to like call this tool to complete the booking process. And here we have also post. Now as a URL, we will pick the test URL of this webhook. So let's go back in here. And that's it, response timeout. We will also set this to 70 seconds, something like that. Now here we also only need body parameters. So this is just the info about the user collected during the call. Property, of course, we need phone number. And here we have dynamic variable again, and this is our caller ID. Now the other information we need to send is booking time. So this is the time where the user has chosen to book the appointment. And this is basically the time the user has chosen to book the appointment. And I actually have it already written out here because it needs to be in a specific format. So it's actually this, what I need here. In this, let's just paste it in here. So the date and time the user has chosen. Now this needs to be the specific format. This is important for our booking tool, cal.com, which can only process booking times in this specific UTC format. So here we have the time zone of the user is Berlin, Germany. So here you need to put in your own time zone. And that's all we need to send. Click on Save Changes, click on Save. And that's it. So the reason I named this complete booking is because this is what I have defined here. You could name this anything you want. You just need to reference the correct name here. And now with that, this is set up here from the voice agent side. And now I can continue with the setup here, complete the booking process. So I go to another HTTP module, similar to what we have in the other workflow here. But here we just add it like this. So here we have post. This is called just create booking. Rename this. I go to my document here. We have it here, create booking module. Here we need this URL. And here we need to send headers, 3 parameters in this case. So I'll just drag this over here. The first one is authorization again. So then we have the API key again. I will just grab the one I have here already. So that's, where do we have it here? Here, the same key. And also this is basically the same content type. application in JSON. Now the only thing extra is this here. This is for the booking. Kyle API version here, and that's it. And then we have send body, and there we using JSON, and there we have this body code which creates the booking, which has several parameters that are required. You see it's a lot of red because I don't have the information available yet from this tool, which I will because I haven't executed it yet. So I need to do the call again, go to the booking process so that my voice agent actually calls the complete booking tool I have added here, and then I will have information available and then I can match it properly. But for now, I'll just complete the building process. I will map this after I've run it. So basically, it just sends the event ID, the start of the event, so when should it be booked, the name, the phone number, email address of the person. I don't really collect this during the call. You could do this. You could just basically adjust your instructions here to also basically tell where it collects the name. Where do we have this? I need your name and email. You could say, okay, I also need email. If this is important for your type of client appointments, when you want to send reminders via email and collect the email address. But I've left it out because most local businesses don't require this, and sometimes it can be annoying for the person to basically get the spelling correct and the voice agent understand the correct email address spelling. That's why I left it out, but you could add this easily. So if you would collect the email address and want to send it also along with the booking information, then you would just basically go back in here, right? Complete booking, add a new field, a new property here, call it email, and tell it that this is the email of the user, and then click save, and then you would have it also be sent here. But I just typed in my email because it doesn't really matter. Here's the time zone. Now this should be the specific exact format that you find here. So you need to switch this to your time zone and then make sure to copy this specific name convention. So in this case, I have Europe/Berlin. This is my time zone. So this is why I have written it here. And then this is just a title and a summary. So, and with that, this is actually already set up. So let's click on save. The next step is I will just add a quick node, an AI agent, not an agent, but an AI module, OpenAI here, a messenger model. This should convert the time zone into a more user-friendly format. So here I will just use the OpenAI account I have connected. Here I can use any model, it doesn't really matter. This is just a very simple process that needs to happen. So it converts the time from a UTC format into the local time format. So I can then store that in my database. So it's easier to know, okay, when this booking is. And let's continue here. This is just, I can call it convert time. Rename this. Now the next step is I want to save the book time to my database, right? So click on duplicate this, connect it here also, open that, rename this to save info. Now here I want to have the operation is update a row. This is already selected. Now the condition is not phone number, but here basically values to send, right? First I need to add a filter. So it should filter an ID. And this is the condition equals. So I will just type in ID for now. It will match it later properly when I have actually data available in the workflow. And so it identifies the specific row of that person, right? Even if it has several entries, if the person already booked appointments in the past. And then to that specific row, it will send the field value, appointment date, which also comes then from my webhook. So from my voice agent, right? So I will just put this in here for now and click on save. And now my job is to run it. So to test it again. So I have data available in this. Before I can do this, let's go back here. I need to switch this to active first. And then I will need to click on execute workflow. And then I need to call my voice agent again.
Okay, so that's June 13th, 2025 at 6 p.m. Is that correct? Respond with yes if this time slot is correct.
Yes.
Wait a sec. Perfect. Your relaxation massage.
Now you see I got the error because I need to map the fields correctly. First I need to go in here and get contact. And I see, yes, it gets the right contact. good. So let's go in here. And now, okay, reference node does not exist. This is okay. Because here I need to, now you see it's all red. We need to make it green again. So, and we do this event ID. This comes from get contact module. The event ID is this. Drag it in here. The start date. This is, where do we have it? Actually comes from the webhook. So this is the booking time. Then we have the name. The name is here. Phone number. The title, this is just a summary. Okay, and now I can click on execute step. And now I see it was success, so I can go back to my calendar tool, go to bookings. So it should be booked at 6 p.m. Now I can save this info in here. So here I need ID. The ID comes from get contact field, ID here. That's basically, that's just this ID, that's just the row number. And then it needs to write the appointment date from the convert time here, content. And I click on execute step. And actually what I also want to write is booked should be set to yes. Basically here, you see it's written yes, and here's the appointment. And with that, this is set up. So what I would now do, I would copy that. So click on copy that, copy all of that. Now going back here, switch to editor. Delete this, paste this in here, click on save. Now, what I would do is I would click in here, switch this to production URL, okay? And then I need to go in here, click on complete booking, switch the URL here with the webhook, the production webhook, click on save and save. And with that, the process is set up. So I will do one final test to confirm if the booking works. So there's one small thing I need to change. So basically I have to check the use case where the person with the same phone number, right, has already booked in the past and now wants to book an appointment again. So basically there's a booked yes and there's booked no. So I only want to save the new booking into the row with that same person's contact, but in this row where it hasn't booked yet. So I need to filter this out. And that's why I need to change this setting here. The condition is here, and the field value is null. So when I execute this, you see, it only gives me this entry of this person where the booked is null. And then it works properly. Then I can click save. And then the only thing you have to do is you basically put this phone number on your website, and then anyone that calls your business can book appointments through this voice agent. Now let's briefly talk about the cost. How much does it cost you to have this voice agent run for you 24/7 book appointments? Here I have listed it out based on different booking volumes, 100 bookings a month, 300 bookings, up to 1,000 bookings a month. So this would be like 30 bookings a day or 10 bookings a day. Now here we have the tools listed that we have used in our workflows. So n8n, this is for $24 a month. It's the web application that gives us 2,500 operations per month. One operation is like 2 bookings is around 1 operation. So here, even here, this might be around 2,000 operations a month. So we will still be using this plan of $24. OpenAI. This costs us around 40 cents per booking. So this is just the AI agent, basically, workflow here that's responding here and checking the times and sending them back to our voice agent. So this costs $4 for 100 bookings, $45 for 1,000 bookings. ElevenLabs, that's where we have set up our voice agent. So they charge you based on credits and also based on LLM response. So basically this, we have this here, this LLM, right? This they will charge us for that. And here you could even switch out to different models to see what gives you the best conversation flow, but I've just used the standard one that was set. Now here, they charge you basically for credits, and it costs you for around a 3-minute call would cost you around 1,300 credits. And they have different pricing plans. Like for the free plan, you get 10,000 credits, which would last you then for maybe 6 or 7 calls, right? So for 300 bookings, that will cost you around $100. It will stay the same up to 1,000 bookings, where you need to upgrade to the next plan. This is like 1,000 conversation, 1,000 phone calls for $300. Then we have Twilio, where we have our phone number, and they also charge you per minute. But this is rather cheap. Supabase is basically free to use. Cal.com, the booking platform we use, is also free. So the total cost for 100 bookings would amount to around $136, like $1.36 per booking. And the more booking volume we have, the cheaper it gets per booking. So here it's just 50 cents per booked appointment. Now, if you would compare this to a human cost, a receptionist, that may you have to pay $20 an hour. So in this case, like for these booking volumes, they may cost $200 for 100 bookings and up to $2,000 a month for 1,000 bookings. Now, if you basically compare this to the price, like this is the cost and this would be the human cost, so you subtract this. Now the monthly saving would be $60 a month, annual savings around $700. So this of course increases the higher volume you have. So you see, for 1,000 bookings, you may save in staff costs, because you don't need a receptionist anymore, $1,600 almost, and this would almost amount to $20,000 a year saved by just using this voice AI agent instead of a human receptionist. Now, there's also another benefit from this, because you are available 24/7 and there is basically no limit, right? The voice agent can take calls in parallel. So normally the receptionist, like if several people called, they are put on hold, they are in the waiting line, right? And some people then just drop off and book with someone else, right? Because they are annoyed with waiting all the time. And that's why this could lead to increased revenue due to more bookings of services. And a conservative estimate could be 50% more bookings per month. And even if you only have 100 bookings a month, this could lead to 15 additional bookings. And if your average service value would only be like $50, this would already add $750 extra a month to your revenue, or $9,000 to your yearly revenue. And it gets larger with scale. So at 1,000 bookings a month, that would increase to 150 more bookings, which would be 7,500 added revenue per month, or 90,000 in extra revenue per year. Combine this with the $20,000 saved per year, and you could add with this voice agent over $100,000 to any local business. If you want to see more videos like this, where I show you how to build these highly effective and profitable AI systems, even as a total beginner, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos.